TikTok is bored, block list time. Does anyone have like a good video on the block list? Like someone advocating to do the block list or whatever? Because honestly, I think it's really funny overall. And it's yet another one of those like the zealotry of a recent convert moments. I personally think it's silly. I thought I was insane for thinking the block list is goofy. I mean, I think it's silly because like shit like that is almost always super disorganized and it just like adds random people onto the pile. It's never actually...
All right, you guys asked.
Oh, here it is. It's never actually like well organized. But having said that, because it's kind of vapid, I feel like this is exactly the type of shit that will like cause celebrities to start talking about it in a weird way. Like this kind of shallow, vapid shit will probably scare some celebrities into literally saying something about Palestine, which is kind of hilarious.
For the celebrity block list, and I was thinking I'm going to start with 6. 3 celebrities, 3 influencers. That doesn't mean that you cannot go on a block spree until your heart is content. You can block as many people as you want. I'm just starting with 3 that I think are good to start with because of the fact that some people are overwhelmed, and I feel like some people don't even know why we're doing this. We're doing this because we want to show that when we come together as a community, that the power of the people standing together is stronger than the people that are in power. These people do not care about what you have to say. They don't care about you at all. All they care about is money and power. And the only...
It has worked. After the block list started, Lizzo made a video about Operation Olive Branch. I think they said that they want to block me as well because I haven't sufficiently talked about Operation Olive Branch, even though I have on this stream. They said that they were going to put me on the block list, which, you know, go right ahead, I guess. I find that pretty funny. You know, more power to you guys. I'm glad that people are getting celebrities who are personally not really invested in the fucking carnage to find an incredibly vapid way. I've literally seen that nowhere. What are you talking about? I did. I don't want to pull it up here. We're not going to pull it up. Don't even look it up. I don't want people to go and like yell at these people.
The reason why they have that money and power is because of us. They make that through our attention, our time, our money. That is what gives them the power that they have. So here are my first 3, okay? I'm picking the Kardashians. You can start with Kim. I'm going to go ahead and do all of them. The whole fucking family. All of them, including Caitlyn Jenner. The kids too. Sorry. I know some people are going to get butthurt about that, but you know what? The whole fam. Do they have a dog? If they have a dog, I'm blocking them too. This family in particular profits off of being leeches of the public, okay? They just keep leeching off the public. And it was Kim Kardashian recently that did an All Lives Matter routine. And somebody started shouting on a panel, "Free Palestine," and she goes, "Free everything," which is particularly disgusting because if you don't know, Kim Kardashian is Armenian. So totally full of shit, total garbage person, block. And of course, Taylor Swift.
Yeah, it's like doubly fucked for an Armenian person to be silent on Israel's actions because like Israel directly funded and facilitated Azerbaijan clearing out Karabakh with like Israeli weapons. Azerbaijan has been receiving Israeli weapons. Damn near all of the weapons that the Azerbaijan military uses is Israeli since like, I think it's like 2017 onward. Those were all Armenian people that were displaced, right? And beyond that, the obvious reasons as to why an Armenian person would personally be invested in what Israel's doing and be upset about it is because the Armenian genocide happened and the Israeli government denies it. So there's a parallel there between the Armenian genocide and what is happening to the Palestinians. But also, there are literally Christian Armenians inside of Palestinian territory. Like there are Palestinian Armenians that live in the Armenian quarter that are Christian, Orthodox Christian Armenians that live in Jerusalem that get fucking spit on and that get destroyed in the exact same way. In the exact same way that the rest of the Palestinians get destroyed by the Israeli occupying force. There are so many reasons as to why Armenian people would be totally, fully on board with the Palestinian plight, and yet you have these mega celebrities acting a fool out here. Here's the guy who started it.
Thanks to the good ideas from a lot of my followers, I just started a website called blockout2024.com. But I really need some help here. I have a hyperlink, but I need the software.
This is like one of those things where I'm like, you guys have a lot of energy, man. And I'm happy because it's like technically on the... Sean found out this guy's a JP fan, like Jesse Peterson or Jordan Peterson.
Software to have a system that tracks celebrities' engagement and their follower list fluctuations. I also need someone who knows how to code. Help me develop a software where you can hit one button like block and it'll mass block an entire list of celebrities. And then after doing that, you can see the statistics each week.
Anyway, it's like the Starbucks thing, kind of. Let's see what Sean had to say since he's our TikTok Zoomer correspondent.
So let's get out there and start blocking these celebrities and putting as many of their items into shopping carts without actually buying them, because
just email your representatives, please.
He's right. The problem with stuff like this, the problem with block list celebrities or whatever, is super easy to co-opt, especially if it's not directed by like a organization or anything like that. And it probably has already been co-opted. And there will be a lot of energy channeled in, I suspect, the worst possible directions rather than productive directions, right? It might have a lot of, it might get some celebrities to, like, out of fear, genuinely speak out and engage in like some kind of performative activism in order to not get yelled at. So overall, I think it's cool, whatever. And I also don't give a shit if you block celebrities or not. So I don't personally care about this. I do think, however, that, people will most likely end up blocking a shit ton of people, and it will be yelled at. Once it reaches like peak momentum, people will yell at it and call it stupid and silly, which it kind of, it's just fucking, just pressure your representatives, use organizations that are already existing long before you started paying attention to Israel or Palestine, and engage in protests and keep pressuring not your celebrity crushes or your celebrities, but instead send emails and phone calls to your representatives and go out and protest. For me in particular, I don't think that I will be on the block list at any moment, or even if I am, then it's pretty funny. It's just one of those things where it's impossible to convince people to use this momentum and energy in the right direction when they've already made up their minds that this is the best possible thing they can do, because it's especially easy to do. This might sound crazy to you guys, but people distancing themselves from celebrities is a good thing regardless of activism. I agree with this, but my only problem is that people aren't distancing themselves from celebrities. They've just slightly changed the relationship to be still obsessive, but now in an antagonistic way. Like the main Blockout 2024 making his entire content about the new honorary block of the week /day/morning instead of the genocide in Gaza is kind of emblematic of that. I agree that ending the celebrity stan culture is great, but from what I see, this is just another way for people to get their celebrity fix while being perceived as moral. But again, block away. Just don't let your activism stop there. I literally saw 2 TikToks today saying you, Ludwig, Cutie, and Valkyrie are all on the block list. I think the real activism is learning about Palestine on like October 9th and then demanding that someone like myself is blocked. I think that is infinitely more valuable as far as activism. That delegitimizes the movement having you on the block list. Yeah. I do think it's lame as fuck and very cowardly for a lot of celebrities to keep quiet on this issue on purpose. And I don't know what else to say about it other than that. It is like lame. Like they will get on. They're such bandwagoners in this situation. They rarely ever put out
of an hour and a half long meeting. These celebrity block lists you guys are making, oh my fucking God. They're working. I don't think you understand just how well they're working. And I don't think you get how they work.
Gigi Hadid is on the list. That's hilarious. Bella and Gigi Hadid are on the block list. Bro, that's so funny. It's like, oh, Bella is not just Gigi. Bro, they're literally Palestinian. Like they're actually Palestinian. It's so funny because like I know a lot of the people that have spoken out against Israel's actions long before October 7, long before October 8, right? Because like it's kind of it's another marker for me, at least, because I know that it's one of those issues that like people are really scared to say anything about, or people are not knowledgeable enough to say anything about. People don't want to be yelled at. People don't want to lose their fucking jobs. So, and Gigi Hadid absolutely has posted about Palestine, dude. What the fuck? She's Palestinian. Like, what the fuck? Y'all are crazy. The thing is, what list is the real question? Is there an official list? Where is the official list? Do you see what I'm saying? Like, there's probably a million different lists right now where people just like posting their own fucking personal faves on it. Of course it's very unorganized. That's how this stuff works on Twitter.
When I say that you guys can so easily turn this movement into the equivalent of dumping the tea in the river, I'm not exaggerating. Like, this can tank our entire economy. It is not in my best interest to make this video right now as a digital marketing director.
Another L for horizontal organization. Ay.
But I'm gonna show you guys how to do this even just a little bit better, because you're so fucking close. But there's more you can do even still that'll make this so much worse. We're gonna start with what you already know. When you block an account, their follower account goes down. Also prevents their content from being seen by you. But if you don't follow celebrities at all, you're honestly the one that really holds the power here. And I'm gonna show you why. This is the TikTok Business Center. This is where you go to run ads as a marketer. So this is where I decide who to show my ads to. And I've got a couple different options from this dropdown. I've got a custom audience and a lookalike audience. And you guys are fucking both of these up. I'm just gonna show you what a custom audience does. We have all of these different ways to tell the algorithm who to show our content to. The main piece you guys are breaking right now is engagement. But what you can also do is mess with website traffic and customer files and lead generation. You guys don't even really know how big of a deal this is. So to give you an idea of how this works, if I go to engagement,
Is the same type of person who says the BDS list is dumb but then stops buying Starbucks right now and makes it their whole personality? Kind of. I feel almost the exact same way about this block list as I did about like people activating and like getting mad about random shit that they've collectively decided on TikTok are funding and facilitating, like Israel's ethnic cleansing campaign or something. The energy is in the right, like the overall, like people are on the right side. It's just that like they're a little bit misguided, but then they have a tendency to hyper fixate on whatever they have like personally invested into. It's fine. It's also like Palestinians on the ground will also advocate for this stuff too. Like it's the same as like random boycotts that are untargeted. Like in a weird way, I feel like this will get more celebrities to be afraid and start posting about Palestine, which I guess like will get more people in their fan bases to also feel more comfortable posting about Palestine. So I don't know. I feel like there are more productive ways to go about it. Please tell us the negative of blocking celebrities is literally a net positive. You're just LA brain. No, I just said the exact opposite. I said, I don't give a shit if you block all the celebrities. Fucking block me too. Who gives a fuck? It's not a bad thing to go and block celebrities. Yeah, but like when you go around and you're like, well, Jenna Ortega has been quite silent about Palestine, for example. Jenna Ortega is a great example of this, right? Being like, Jenna Ortega hasn't sufficiently defended Palestine to my liking. You guys should all add her onto the block list. Ultimately, you're going to be, given how disorganized this stuff is, you're going to end up fucking adding people to a literal group of people who are either Zionist or have been quiet about saying anything about Palestine, specifically because they're afraid of Zionists or they're Zionists themselves, with people who are anti-Zionist. That's my point. Like Drake is on the fucking block list. I'm no fan. I am not an OV ho, as you guys know. I am not a Drake writer, but I have literally mentioned from the jump that Drake was one of the first, if not literally the first major artist that previously had not been outspoken about Palestine that signed Artists for Ceasefire. Okay. He did that shit literally like 2-3 weeks in. That's crazy. To put him on that list for that reason is crazy. You teenagers have got to stop with this shit. It makes Palestinian liberation seem like a joke. Go demand your local government to divest from Israel. Infinitely more useful than this. I agree. I guess in a weird way, if you get like Lizzo and other celebrities to start posting about this shit, then like it gives more courage to other people to go out and post about it as well. It gives more people the courage to be able to unflinchingly defend Palestinian emancipation without fear that like the student protesters are doing a phenomenal job, especially because it gives others the courage to also take it to the streets. You know what I mean? It's very, very, very frustrating because people are like people who are otherwise well-intentioned sometimes get lost in their feelings and are very excited, right? They're very excited at the prospect of doing something that is right and doing something that is good. And then they end up channeling all of their energy and frustration into that one specific thing and they hyperfixate on it. And like, it's great that, people are trying to get celebrities to speak out. And this is definitely exactly the type of vapid shit that celebrities would care about and would actually turn around and speak out in order not to be on this like block list to lose like 10K followers, 20K followers, whatever the fuck. But overall, you need to 100% channel your energy into more important vehicles of protest. You seem to think it's dumb. I do.